Duel Review is brought to you by NexusDigitalComics.com. On today's Duel Review, it's Samurai 7. I'm RJ.
And I'm Nick.
Let's get to it. Hey everybody, today is Thursday the 8th of December, and we're going to be doing Samurai 7 the anime.
That's right, which came out in Japan in 2006, right? 2004, sorry, and in the USA it came out in 2006. Basically, it's based off of the what we're going to be doing tomorrow, Seven Samurai, which is...
Akira Kurosawa.
Thank you. Kurosawa.
Akira Kurosawa.
That's what I said.
Great Japanese filmmaker.
Absolutely, and I happen to love the movie. So this series is based on that, and the characters in there, but they're given a... revision?
Facelift.
A facelift, I guess.
Makeover. Yeah. They're different. Yeah.
They're very different.
They stick with the same names, and they stick with...
some of the same personalities.
And most of the same plot.
Right.
But there are a few survivors that didn't survive in the film, and you know, that sort of thing.
Right, right.
And manipulations, and obviously the setting is way different.
Yeah, and the fact that, you know, where that's in, like, feudal Japan, this anime is... You know, it's got cyborgs and it's got tanks.
Yeah, it's like a future feudal Japan, though, honestly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So essentially, these bandits are raiding the town of, what was it, Kappa? Something like that? Well, some town. And so the townspeople all want to find samurai to help them. So this small group of people go out and search for a samurai. And they find 7 in the city. The first one being, what is his name? Kanbei, thank you. And he's essentially the leader, the strategist.
He's not really the first, though.
Isn't he? I thought he was the first to join.
What is it?
Oh, he was reluctant to join. He didn't want to fight. That's right.
Yeah. Kachiro.
Katsuro?
Yeah, he's the first one.
Oh, the little boy.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So sorry. Okamoto Katsuro is a young samurai, and we follow his story more or less a coming of age samurai. He wants to be a great samurai, and he wants to be Kanbei's pupil.
Yeah, early on, Kanbei diffuses a situation,
right?
And you know, Katsuro sees this and is, you know, really impressed by it, and really wants to be mentored by this man.
Right.
So, you know, in the middle of the street, you know, bows down, and you know, it's the same in the movie as well.
Right. And Kanbei initially says no.
You're right.
Not. I don't want to teach anyone. I'm not looking for anyone. You're not good enough. And so, you know, Katsuro, he does what he can to prove himself. So he joins.
Basically, the thing is that you forgot to mention was that all these farmers that want to find samurai to protect their village, all they have to offer is food. That's it.
Right,
and rice. And they're eating millet so that they can have rice to offer these samurai. So basically, they're looking for very hungry, poor samurai. So immediately, it's kind of like a scraping at the bottom of the barrel kind of thing. But Kanbei just happens to be, you know, he's always been defeated,
right? Like
in wars and stuff like that. But he's very skilled.
I thought he was never defeated.
He's always defeated.
Oh.
He's never won. He's always running. So he is the first, you know, he's basically...
I totally missed that then.
Yeah, at first he's kind of like, this is silly, it's kind of a losing battle.
Right.
You don't want me because I lose all the time, and in fact that's part of the reason he doesn't join. But Katsuro is so moved by their plight that he says, you know, screw you, I'm going to do this, I'm going to help. Right. And so Kanbei says, okay, well, then I will do that as well, and you know, a ragtag of group starts to assemble. Kikucho, as he is in the movie, in this anime, he's the oddball.
Yes. In this iteration of him, he's a cyborg character.
He's basically replaced himself with machinery.
Right, and he makes a lot of noise because, you know, he lets off the
clanking
steam.
And steam.
Yeah, the clanking and the steam, and
he's got an awesome sword that like has a buzzsaw action, jackhammer action to it.
Yeah, well, it doubles as a chainsaw. Yeah. So yeah,
kind of.
So he's a very comic humor type of character.
He's a comic relief. Yeah. Big bumbling idiot. He is kind of that way in the movie too.
But he is skilled.
That's part of what I like, is that they kind of have extracted, you know, like radically extracted the characters in the movie and built anime characters around them. Like Kanbei, he's very monkish kind of in the way he dresses, and he's got long hair oddly, and like tattoos, but he's very kind of old world and very precise and whatever. He's very calm.
Yeah, they definitely
collected and kind of the old soul, right?
Yeah.
And then Kikucho is the bumbling idiot, and then Katsuro is the young apprentice, and then Gorobei is kind of the old hand. He's just in it for I wouldn't say the fun of it, kind of.
Yeah, because in the anime he starts off as a street performer. He starts entertaining, and he's got like amazing reflexes.
Right.
So I think he does join it for the thrill of it. He has the special ability to catch like arrows out of the air.
Yeah, like I say, he's kind of in it just for the pleasure of the fight. In the movie, he's I'm intrigued by you, so I'll fight with you, even though I might die, and all you're gonna offer me is rice. But he's like a really good samurai and whatever. And then there's his friend Shishiro.
Shishiro in this one.
Shishiroji.
He's got a prosthetic arm, and it's got a grappling hook to it, so he uses
and
that.
He's a white guy.
And he's a white guy, and he's the only one in the series to use a spear. And I think he only used a spear once in Seven Samurai.
No, he carries it all the time. Shichiroji was his battle counterpart in the movie and in the anime, more than Gorobei in the anime. And he is actually I shouldn't say that. I was going to say something about the ending, but I shouldn't say that.
Right.
So and then other one, next character.
Hayashida Hayachi. Hayahashi.
He is in the movie. We'll talk about more about the movie, but he's kind of the comic relief in the movie, and he does a little bit of that in the anime. But he's also kind of more the soft-spoken, studious kind of guy.
In the anime, he's the mechanic, and he doesn't like to fight. He never really did, but he is capable.
More of a pacifist,
right?
But he is skilled, for sure, and he's a fun character. I like him. He's like squinting, like he doesn't open his eyes. Okay. I don't know why. I just like that. He's got this little ghost that's attached to his sword. I don't know what that's about, really, honestly. I don't remember if it's mentioned in there. I don't think so, but you'll see a little like ghost strung to the hilt of the sword. And then the last character
is Kyozu,
who is the badass.
Yeah,
he is in the film too.
In the anime, the only reason he joins is because he wants to help keep Kanbei alive long enough so that they can duel each other.
Yeah, that's what he says outspokenly. But I think there's also a screw you to his former employer kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yes, he is a badass, and he looks a lot like a blonde Spike Spiegel. He moves a lot like him, too.
Right.
But anyway, so Samurai 7 altogether, Samurai 7, I think it's great.
Yeah.
The drawbacks for me would be the huge mechs, like the bandits.
Well,
just when they're fighting them, they're fighting them with a regular katana against like a 100-ton, big sword and deflecting it and whatever. That's lame to me. It's honestly.
I think it was still pretty cool.
But the whole thing, though, like all together, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And considering, I think each episode was like a $300,000 production wise. I remember it was like a very significant amount.
Wow. For
each episode. Maybe it was 30. No, I think it was 300.
Yeah, how many episodes are there? It's not a huge number.
No, did I write that? 26 episodes.
Okay, I did write that. It's like seven CDs, one for each of them.
Yeah.
Or 7 DVDs. So I'm assuming that you saw Seven Samurai before this.
Yes.
Akira Kurosawa's film.
Yes, a while ago, and I wish I revisited before I watched this. Like before watching Seven Samurai, I wish I saw the movie and then watched it.
Honestly. Maybe controversial, but I think that Samurai 7 stands on its own.
Right.
And I actually like watching it before I watch Seven Samurai. I love Seven Samurai, the original Kurosawa film, black and white. But it can get a little dry at times, and for a new generation, I think that might be a problem. But the story is so rich, and plus, the anime is so distinct in the characters.
Right.
Like, you have no problem following the characters. In the movie, you might just maybe a little bit, but you're able to say, "Oh, that's that character. Oh, that's that character."
Okay. So
and it's a lot more fun that way because I get more invested, more involved in it. I actually prefer the movie to the anime, maybe on the whole.
Yeah.
Just because it's so rich and it's brilliant. I mean, if you think that it came out in 1959, I think, and we'll talk about it, but It's just amazing.
I'm kind of the exact opposite about that though, because I think you should watch the movie first, because I think you had mentioned it before that they really kind of boiled down who the character was in the anime. Right. So they take the character and they just take
they
the key
extract,
pieces.
Though, but they're extracting and making it more.
Yeah. They definitely throw in some creative licenses to them, making them their own character. But you can definitely find hints of the character that they were meant to be.
I just think that, obviously the anime is much more fast-paced and it's bright and shiny. Right. I think that it might be easier to hold on to that while you're watching the film. That's all. I mean, the film is a long movie. Yeah. And it's like 3 hours and 20 minutes. I mean, it's long. 10 minutes of that is this intermission thing. It just stays intermission. Like
like it was split up in the movie theater.
Forward into it. But anyway, okay, so back to the anime. Voice acting, I think, is decent.
I thought it was great, actually. It was Funimation actually had to buy the rights to voice act this before they can release it in 2006. But I thought it was great. I liked every character. I think the voice behind each character worked.
And one thing that I recognize about this and remember about it is the music. Anytime I hear the music, because the music is used over and over in the anime, not that that's a problem, but it's very distinct. Like within a couple seconds, I was like, oh yeah, I remember all this. I remember where we are and what we're doing. And I tried to find the
soundtrack.
Yeah, but it was really hard for me to find. Anyway, so great anime.
Yep,
should definitely check it out.
I recommend it highly.
It is, it's like this future world. So there's a lot of the android and robot thing, mixed with the samurai and traditional stuff, but I don't really have a problem with it, except for the large bandits. I mean, it's kind of weird to see a samurai sword, easily cut through this huge, megaton android.
Yeah,
thing.
But that's always been, I don't know. I mean, yes, it is.
Suspension of disbelief.
It is a huge suspension of disbelief. But they've always kind of done that. Like in Advent Children, Sephiroth's sword could cut through pretty much anything. Yeah. Cutting through buildings and stuff.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, and I probably have the same issue there. Whatever. It's just kind of okay. It just seems, I guess it's the Thor syndrome again, where it's like, if they can do that, then what's stopping them? I don't under. Well, anyway, highly recommend it.
Yep, I agree. It is a great series. I enjoyed it very much.
Is it on Netflix?
Yes, it is still on Netflix.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I know that it used to be, but I just recently checked, and I think it is.
You need to check it out.
Yeah, check it out. Especially on Netflix. You could watch it for free. It's Netflix subscription free.
Don't mind that they put kind of a female protagonist in there to kind of, make things more interesting, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
She's not really a huge part. She's a huge part in maybe the first, five
and there was that
episodes.
kind of love story in there.
Yeah, and that's in the movie too, but it's different. It's like removed, whatever. So anyway. They retooled things, but as they should. I think it worked well.
I agree.
And it's honestly, it's only maybe twice as long as the movie, even with all those episodes.
Yep.
All right, guys, that's it. Follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, support us any way you can. Thank you for watching.
Yep.
See you later.
Bye.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm catching up, man. Yes. I have to lean into you when I do it.
Lean into me. You said it.
I did. You're right.
Perfect. Coming up, Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai. On today's Duel review, our favorite washing machine cycle.
I like the spin dry.
What are we doing? Screw bloopers. Who needs bloopers? I'm tired of bloopers. Funny hurts.